Hi guys, this week I want to talk about dialogue. A lot of people say they want to write great dialogue, and no doubt they think that that's going to be like super catchy, people will be quoting it, and that's probably one line out of an entire movie and one line out of every 100 films. Your dialogue needs to get the job done. You need to understand what the people are thinking. And the important part about writing great dialogue, we're not going to sort of say the most catchy dialogue in the world, but dialogue which works fantastically well for your story, is that it sounds like it's coming out of the characters. It's not there to service to make people think you're a genius. It's not there in service of the need to be poetic. It is there to move the story forward, and it's to be realistic as possible with the characters you have. The other thing about dialogue, it isn't how people speak. I try very hard not to do the ums and ahs, and I think about what I'm going to say before I even hit the little record button. And if I'm going to do an or ah, I'll slow down what I'm thinking as I approach it, so I don't have to go ooh. But a lot of people don't do that in normal conversation. They just go at it like a train. They just talk, and this means that they will do a lot of that sort of thing. And so you don't want that in your dialogue unless that is part of a character's way of talking. So dialogue is a stylized version of how people talk. It's not how people talk. But it has to serve a purpose. It also has to be set in character. It has to tell you something about them. The other important thing about dialogue, some actors love saying it. You'll get some actors that like being a bit dialogue heavy. But if they're just standing there delivering lines like a talking head, like a newsreader, that's not acting. Acting is in the silences a lot of the time. It's how people react when they're trying to think when their character's trying to think what to say. It's how they deliver a line. It's the posture they have when they deliver the line. All that is acting. So what I've written, and these will be on the screen as I read them. Two 20-second scenes, the same scene, one written quite dialogue heavy and the other one written in the most sparse dialogue. It has two characters in it, Dean and Mitch. They're detectives. They've been at a murder scene and it's horrific. It's a really bad hack slash body parts hanging like a baby's mobile off the roof. It's a really, really bad. Imagine Matthew and Woody in the first season of True Detective. Those sorts of serious, chiseled, hard guys. So here's the wordy version. Interior, car, day. Dean drives staring ahead. Mitch, slouched, stares out the side window. Dean. Something like that isn't going to stay... Sorry. Dean. Something like that is going to stay with you forever. I'm not going to be able to get that out of my head. Mitch keeps staring at the side window. I know. It's like a bad dream, but you can't wake up. What makes it worse, when you go to sleep, you dream of this shit. Dean. People are the worst animals. We kill for fun. Mitch. I need a drink before I go home. Dean. Me too. That's the wordy version. Okay? Not a lot of acting in that. People driving, talking. They can just say their lines. I blew some of those lines. I'm not going to re-record them because you get the idea. You will have seen it go up the screen as I was talking. Here's a very, very sparse dialogue scene that in the hands of an actor, which I am not, could be a better scene. It would tell you more about character. It would tell you about their emotional state. In the first one, they're like, oh, that stuff stays in your head. You can't get out of your head. You're going to dream about it. When you do dream, you dream it, and it's like a bad dream. You can't. It's telling you what they're feeling. There is no acting in that. I'm telling you how I'm feeling. That is another version of a show, not a tell. Previous episode, links in the description. Here is one which is all show because it's got very few words in it. And a lot of the actions are the same. Interior, car, day. Dean drives staring ahead. Mitch slouched, staring out the side window. Dean. That, Mitch, I know. Dean exhales loudly in frustration. It's, Mitch, drop me at McGinty's. Dean, good a place as any. They are so frustrated, so disturbed by what they've seen, they can't articulate it. That tells you more about how bad it was. It gives actors space. They can be frustrated. They can... That scene there with less words could take longer, depending on how the actors want to play it. It's up to them. They will have internalised Dean. They will have internalised Mitch. They will be giving us what Dean and Mitch were thinking. These two guys that know each other quite well, that they finish each other's sentences, and it's just, yeah. When Dean's like, oh, that... Mitch just goes, yeah, I know. Two guys that know each other, that's how they talk. That's how these tough detectives would talk. They wouldn't be articulate about, oh, this gets inside your head and you can't get it out. It's like a daytime dream. You know, whatever the first scene was. Think of the people. Think of how they would really talk. Don't make the dialogue say what you wanted to say. Make the dialogue say what they would say. Write characters that are going to drive your story and use the dialogue to help them drive your story, if that makes sense. Give actors space to act. Don't make them into talking heads. Don't make them into newsreaders. Less in this situation is more. I can't remember who said it, but it was someone I used to work with who used to say, take out words until the sentence stops making sense, then add the last one back in. I think I've told this story before. I wrote a memo, and in the memo it said, we have a process that produces, and then I went on to talk about how the analysts use it in their day-to-day duties. The guy that edited that sentence for me, my boss at the time, took out everything about the analysts and everything, because you're talking about the end result. So it says, we produce end result. That's it. You can't you can't produce something without a process. The process involved the analysts. The analysts do that on a day-to-day basis, and we're talking about the outcome. So we produce an outcome. It was as simple as that. Went down to like 6 words from this 2 long sentences that were joined together, and that's how you should think of dialogue. Give the actors space to breathe. Give them space to act. As always, if you like what you're getting here, there's lots of previous episodes now because I've been doing this for a while. Hit the subscribe. Go visit the channel. There's these craft episodes. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. Nick over to griffithscreative.com.au. There's articles over there, videos over there, things over there you can have a look at. The book is very close. I know I keep saying that, but that'll be coming out soon. That'll be free when it hits the stands, so it'll be free for 2 weeks. Keep an eye out for that. If you subscribe, you'll see the email. You'll see the video that comes out for it. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. We can all weigh in and start discussing things. Like I say, if you think I'm incredibly wrong, tell me I'm incredibly wrong. I'm always open to learn from people. Until next time, guys, keep writing. Bye.